Yo, shalom. All praise to the Most High. Yehoshua. This is Sounds from YYBY. So, a lot of us say that we like, mixers like how Reasons are, or like we like the consoles where they already have the EQ, the compressor, and the gate and stuff like that on the track. So, they say, well, I like a DAW that, that has that already built in. I mean, cool. But are we really making this difficult more than what it really is? Because we are spoiled people out here in the world with this music stuff, man. When we can really just create it that way. For example, like before I go any further, like Sonar got something already built in on their tracks. Like on each track, you just add a track. They got like the EQs, compressors, and stuff already built on the track. You got few DAWs that does it. Some DAWs don't. For example, Studio One don't provide it that way. But this is the thing, man. Most likely you got a decent computer, if you really are serious with your music, right? Inside Studio One, they got something already called plugin that means, where is that? It's called, let me see if I remember where it's at. Is it over here somewhere? Plugin that, where that option at, man? Give me 1 minute, I'm gonna find it. There's something called plug and nap where the plugins do not take CPU power until they are being used, right? And then also we know that Studio One has something when it comes to the audio setup, is the processing. So this is called enable plugin nap right here. Then they got the processing area where it's different from the audio interface device. So we already know these things right here when it comes to low latency and what's being used. It's only take CPU when it's when it's been played, but it won't take CPU when it's not being used. So if we got that option and you got a decent computer, why you just don't create your template where, for example, like what? This is a 24 track right here. Whatever how many tracks you want to create in your template, based on how many tracks you record, it don't matter because you can always copy another track down if you don't have enough tracks. And what you do, just create your own, first is already the game right here. The game. So if you want to copy the concept of a console, whatever console it may be, if it's from Reason, if it's SL console, if it's the British console, well, SL is the British, but it's different consoles in in top studios right now. So you copy that, you got EQ right there. You can go to a compressor, put that right there, drop that on all the tracks, right? You go to get the deesser, the deesser you want to add, drop that on all the tracks, right? What else? With a gate normally come before the EQ, I guess. So we go get the gate. If you want to use the gate, if you don't want to use the gate on the input part, you can use the gate on these tracks. Now somebody would say, yo man, that's taking a lot of CPU. Where if you notice that since they on my tracks, on 24 tracks, you don't even see my CPU jumping right now. It's not even budging if I press play. If I press play, it's not budging at all. Enable plugin nap already on, right? But this is the thing. I still can turn these off. Like, I don't have to have these on. I can go all these tracks, highlight all these tracks, and just turn them off. Because if you really think about it, on any other console, any DAW that has stuff already built in it, the plugins don't turn on until you press one of the buttons. If you click one of the buttons, then you turn a knob. That's when the plugins comes on. Excuse me. If that's not going on, then the plugin is off. It's not taking no CPU. So then on your sends, you can create how many sends you want. Send them automatically to the tracks, and you can just select the tracks and whatever you want to select and turn those sends off. Just that simple. And whenever you're ready to use them, you turn that send on and just turn, move what you want to move, up and down, left and right. Same thing like Higher Reason or any other DAW. And this is the input. Input already have certain things that you want to use on the input, and again, these will not take CPU when they off. So now you have your track like a console. And what put the icing on the cake in Studio One is that you can make your rack. This is digital. You can make this sound analog or any type of concept of any console that's out right now. For example, like when you go to Mix FX, you got the Alpine desk. You got the British one that give the console give you the concept of the SSL. You know, you have the Alpine desk that give you the concept of the other console that we know about. You have the CTC one. That's the regular digital one built in. You got the Porter cassette tape that give you the mixer, that whole analog vibe. So you can make this mixer analog or just digital. Either way you can do it. So that's a great thing about it. So, you know, you have to really put this in mind. We make things difficult than what it is because we'll spoil your people to this world when it comes to these things, man. It's like the music today. Like, there's so much music coming out so fast. It's like people don't appreciate the music that's coming out, you know, because they can get something just that quick. Before, back in the day when I was a young boy, we put pride into the album that we listen to because we know it takes a minute for them to come back out. So, but like I say, that's it. So now you have your console. You have your console, just that simple, man. You got your sends already set up. You got your tracks. You got your EQ compressor already on there. You can do it real quick and close it and go to the next one real quick. Boom, 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 just like that, and still add whatever you want to add to it. Or you can do events. This is YYBY. Peace.